social welfare and social work from Chapter 1 to Chapter 4. Chapter 1: Social Welfare, Social Services, and Social Work. What I have learned in this chapter is that this tree is a primary field which being played by a social worker, in which a social welfare refers more generally to the well-being of groups and individuals, as well as the system of social services delivery, and a social work refers more specifically to the professional practice of delivering the social services. Chapter 2: The Development of Social Welfare in the Philippines. In this chapter, I've learned that the social work was being started by the practice of mutual aid, and which sees the variety of human needs and their situations. And social welfare was being established with the central commitment of mutual protection and economic survival of all people. This chapter involved the evolution of some organizations, just like asylums and orphanages, which motivated to aid the poor, the needy, the health issues, especially to children and women, and it supervises the private and non-private establishments to move as one and commit the same commitment of better. Chapter 3: The Social Work Profession. I've learned a lot in this chapter that a social work profession, it enhances human well-being, helps individuals meet their basic and complex needs, and mostly, a social work profession is an instrument and an image, the guider and the ruler of the deprived individuals, the helping hands of the abandoned, the home of the homeless, the strength of the weak, the companion and shield of the maltreated, mostly, the voice of the deaf and the mute individuals by their fear. The presence of a social work is present on different government fields, and its function is highlighted on different settings of the government's organization's actions towards the development and betterment of all people. Though other people says and says some wrong ideas about this profession, but just like how it evolved, it widely known profession in the near. Chapter 4: The Philosophical and Value Foundation of Social Work. This chapter, it enlightened me the most important image for a social work profession, because it highlighted the important thing for a profession must have, to be able both client and worker assured the safe and understandable assessment. With this chapter, I was able to learn the values and principles of social work profession that distinguish good characteristic between client and worker. This chapter viewed the Philippine Association of Social Workers Code of Ethics, or known as the PASUE, that typically binding the professional social worker once they become registered. This code is designed to help social workers identify relevant considerations when professional obligations conflict or ethical uncertainties arise.